Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm a little bit late on this next video. I told you I was going to try to give you one once a week, and I'm a little late. The little lady I live with in Nicaragua, after we split up about 4 or 5 times, she finally told me she was coming to the United States. And I was like, well, hell, if you're going to the United States, I'm going home. I mean, ain't no use me being down here if you're not going to be down here. That's why I come down here. So I left and come back home first, and now she's here. And I got a phone call about 4 or 5 days ago, 6 days ago or something, saying that she wanted me to come down and spend a little time with her. She didn't want nothing but just spend a little time with her. And I'm going to have to be honest with you. I had a hard time saying no. So I spent a few days down there and had a good little time. And I'm back. So I got a video for you. This is talking about a little bit about the last video I had, talking about getting involved with a woman with children, dating or marrying a woman with children. And I'll run into some stuff I want to share with you. So grab your beer, pull your seat up, and let's talk about it. Alright guys, before we get started, I want to say I appreciate you stopping by today. If you like my content so far, please like, share, and comment down below. I ran into this video after I made my last video on dating or marrying a Filipina with children. And in that video, I talked about sometimes they won't tell you the truth if they got children. And I ran into this video. This guy's been on YouTube a good while. He's got a channel called All About Filipinas, and you should check him out. I give the credit to him. I'm just going to review his video, maybe comment on it a little bit. I just want us to watch it together so you don't think that I'm coming up this shit off my head, just making stuff up. He talks about it also, and if I would have seen this before I did my video, I would have shared it then. So anyway, this video is only about 7 minutes. Let's watch this video together. It's talking about women that has children and they hide it from you. And they also hide being married before from you. So they do about the exact same thing in both situations. If they're afraid they're going to run you off if you will leave. So anyway, let's jump in here. Let's watch this.
Now, straight off the bat, I'm going to tell you that most Filipinas are wonderful, sweet, and genuine. But as in any country, there are some that are, let's say, not overly upfront or honest. Some Filipinas, in fact, will deliberately hide things from their foreign boyfriends in the vain hope that he will somehow never find out.
Yeah, like being married or having children.
One huge secret from you for several months or even years. And then the bombshell hits you and you find out the truth. By this time, are you so in love with her that you forgive and forget? Or do you lose all trust in her and condemn her for not being honest from the start? In this video, I'll tell you of one very important secret she may not tell you until it's too late, which could very well rock your world. So be sure to stay with me here.
Okay,
Just
mate.
quickly, if you're looking to date a Filipina and are not sure where to start, then why not check out my affiliate link in the pinned comment to the Philippines' #1 dating site where it's free to create an account.
No, I'm not interested in that. Thank you anyway.
What I'm about to tell you does happen from time to time, and I want to say that some Filipinas will deliberately keep important details from you due to a fear they may have that you won't understand and you'll move on as a result. Certainly, fear can make people do things that aren't in their normal character. But in my book, some things that are withheld from you for months, or as I say, even years, is and should be called plain outright deceit.
That's right, mate.
So imagine this scenario, which I know does happen maybe even more than most people realise.
By
A
crikey.
foreign guy meets a cute Filipina, perhaps in her early 20s, usually online, and they take a little time to get to know one another. All the usual questions that one asks at the start of a possible relationship are asked, and for all purposes, she really does seem a very down-to-earth and honest woman. You both have told each other over the past few months about your lives around things like family, work, or if you or her have kids and so on. She may tell you that she has no kids, as you may have expected, especially if she's in her early 20s. So in your mind, it's clear that she has no children, and that suits you because you're looking for a single, younger Filipina that maybe you want to start a family with yourself, and you may not be really into the whole stepdaddy thing. So the relationship is going along very well, and the two of you start to plan out things as a couple moving forward, when all of a sudden, after several months, or perhaps even after marriage, you find out that she has a child that she never told you about.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You find out months or years, even after you've been married, that she has kids. And a lot of times, you may date one for months or years and find out she's already been married and she can't get married. And then she starts talking about you helping her get an annulment after you've done invested all this time with her. So you got to be cautious, guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know a lot of situations like this.
About. Now clearly, for some guys, becoming a stepfather and taking responsibility for a stepchild may never have been part of his plan. But he can't deny the feelings he has for the Filipina, whom he's been building a stronger connection with over several months or even years.
Yeah, she puts your claws in you.
Perhaps he may have even fallen in love with her. So he confronts the Filipina and asks her why, when he asked her at the start of the relationship, did she say that she never had any children? She may tell you that because she was very young, perhaps even a teenager, that she got pregnant and had the baby. But soon after, that baby went to her relatives for them to look after because she was too young or because she needed to go away from her province to seek work. She may see it that because the child doesn't live with her, that in her eyes at least, she doesn't have a child as such. Now to you and me, this makes no sense at all because the question is self-explanatory and the answer should be very simple. Sometimes when Filipinas may be embarrassed by something, such as giving birth to a child at a very young age, they may convince themselves that this child is not really classed as hers because it's been looked after by another relative.
Exactly.
But deep down, the Filipina knows the truth, and she knows that not telling you is not honest. But she may not want to see the truth for what it is, or because of the fear she has around you leaving her if you ever found out. Some Filipinas are very good at hiding their head in the sand, so to speak, when they feel embarrassed, ashamed, or they fear something. Especially if they think the foreign man, whom they may have come to like very much, may finish the relationship as a result. But let's face it here, and we can make many excuses for a Filipina, but the real reason one would do this is pure selfishness, and no reason or excuse will cut it here.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. I've known guys to marry Filipinas, and they did have one or two children. And they would leave their children in the Philippines and come to the United States and live a happy, wonderful life and leave their kids over there struggling. And in my mind, if you leave your damn kids in another country while you go live somewhere happy and have a great life, that ain't much of a woman to me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm a man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do my children like that. I'm very close to my boys, and there's no way I would leave my country and my children to go live with any man, any woman, for any reason, and be separated from my kids. That's not going to happen. So you have to question these women. You know, they're putting themselves first. And if you deny you have a child just to be with somebody for a better life, that's not good.
Clearly, this type of Filipina is only thinking of herself and not her child, and certainly not you, the one person who has every right to know the truth around this. In fact, it's most probable that she was never going to tell you of her child. Even after you married her and she went to live in your country, she'd be happy to sacrifice the child for the sake of her new life with you in your country.
Exactly. That's what I was...
To me, when I hear such stories, I do sit back and shake my head. I really do try and understand this from her point of view, but honestly, I can see no justification for her blatant deception here. I then think that if she can lie about her own flesh and blood, then what else could she lie about? And what sort of woman is she really if she was never going to mention this child to you and give up on the child altogether? I do know that life in the Philippines can be tough, and some Filipinas dream of finding a foreign guy to give her a new and better life. And I do believe that I'm a reasonably compassionate guy. But for anyone, let alone the mother of a child, to do this is unforgivable from my viewpoint. And what about the child? Knowing that the mother has gone off to a better life and left them behind. Now you tell me here, what effects would that have on a small child? I'm very interested to hear if anyone out there has experienced this, and if not, just try and place yourself in that situation where you had strong feelings for a woman and then this bombshell exploded in your lap. What would you do? I think in this video I've made it pretty clear what I think on the subject, but we're all entitled to our own views here, in a respectful way of course. So be sure to leave your comments below, and if you're after a library full of information and tips around dating a Filipina, then be sure to check out the playlist on screen now. And I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, mate. I appreciate that video. That was a good video. It was a truthful video. That happens a lot. And that's just something I want you guys to be aware of. You could be with a woman that tells you she don't have children, and then months or a year or two down the road, you find out she does. And then she could tell you she's a widow or she's not married, and then months or a year or years down the road, you find out she is married. So you have to be very cautious. But I want to do a reaction video to this video. This was a great video. Everything he said is exactly correct. It was what I was trying to say. Just keep your wits about you. Keep your eyes open and make sure you don't get yourself in that situation. You know, and it's hard when you don't know if this woman's lying to you or not. All you can do is ask her. But you need to, ask if she's married, ask for a cinema. If she can't provide that, then, if she's hiding something, and make sure she don't have any children, because they'll make you fall in love. I guarantee you that, because she knows what's going to be happening down the road. You're going to find out something, and they're going to make sure you're in love with them before you find out. They're going to do everything they can, because I'm just going to be honest with you, you're the lottery to them. And they're not going to tell you anything that's going to jeopardize their relationship with you to get them out of poverty. So just keep your eyes open, guys. All right, that's all I got. If you like this comment, subscribe, share. Until next time, guys, God bless.